everyone, and welcome back to the English Learning Podcast, the place where we help you improve your English step by step in a very simple and natural way. I'm Jason, and I'm really happy to have you here with us today.
And I'm Julia, and today we are going to talk about something very powerful, something that can completely change the way you speak English forever if you start practicing it the right way.
Yes, Julia, today's topic is very important. We are talking about how to make your brain think in English, because many learners know English words. They understand grammar, but still they cannot speak quickly and naturally.
Exactly, Jason. And I want to ask our listeners something very simple. Have you ever tried to speak English in your mind, but you immediately translated every word from your own language? If yes, then this episode is going to help you a lot.
So stay with us, because today we are going to break this problem step by step and show you how you can slowly train your brain to think directly in English without translation.
Let's get started.
All right, Julia. Now let's talk about the real problem. Why do so many English learners struggle when they try to speak quickly, even when they already know many words and grammar rules?
Yes, Jason, this is something very common. The main reason is that most learners are still translating everything in their mind. So instead of thinking in English directly, they first think in their own language, then try to change it into English, and that process takes too much time.
Exactly. And that delay is what makes them speak slowly, and sometimes even stop in the middle of a sentence, because their brain is busy doing translation work instead of producing English naturally.
Another important point is that learners often know words separately, but they don't know how to connect them quickly in real conversation. So when they try to speak, they search for each word one by one, and that breaks their fluency.
Right. And in real-life conversations, people don't wait. The speed of natural speech is fast, and if your brain is not trained to respond directly in English, you will always feel one step behind.
So the real struggle is not just lack of vocabulary, it is the habit of thinking in another language first. That is why today's topic is so important, because we are going to fix exactly this problem.
Yes, and once you understand this, the next step is learning how to train your brain to think in English directly, without that translation delay. Now, Julia, let's clear up something very important. When we say think in English, many learners feel confused. They think it means they must have perfect grammar in their mind all the time. But that is not true at all.
Yes, Jason, that's right. Thinking in English does not mean speaking like a dictionary in your head. It simply means that your brain starts to connect ideas directly with English words, without going back to your native language first.
Exactly. For example, if you see a cup of tea, you don't first think in your language and then translate it into English. You directly think cup of tea or even I want tea in English, naturally and quickly.
And the interesting part is, even native speakers don't think in full perfect sentences all the time. They think in simple ideas, emotions, and short phrases. So for learners, it is the same process, just simpler and step by step.
Yes, and thinking in English is actually about speed and connection. It means your brain stops doing extra work of translation and starts using English as a direct tool for thinking.
So instead of saying long, complicated sentences in your mind, you start with small and simple thoughts like, I am tired, it is cold, or I need water. These small thoughts slowly build your fluency.
And once your brain gets used to this habit, speaking becomes much easier because you are no longer searching for words. You are already thinking in them.
That's the real meaning of thinking in English. Simple, direct, and natural thinking without translation.
All right, Julia. Now let's move to the first practical step. This is where most learners should begin if they really want to train their brain to think in English. And the good news is, it is very simple.
Yes, Jason, this step is called starting with simple words and objects. It means you don't try to build big or complex sentences at the beginning. You just start by naming things around you in English, in your mind, all day long.
Exactly. For example, if you are sitting in your room, just look around and silently think. Table, chair, window, mobile phone. You are not studying. You are training your brain to recognize English naturally.
And then slowly you can add very small descriptions. For example, this is my phone. This is my book. The room is clean. These are very simple sentences, but they are powerful because they connect English directly with your real life.
Yes, and the key here is repetition. You don't do it once and stop. You do it every day, many times. When you are walking, eating, or even waiting for something, you keep thinking in these small English words and sentences.
Another example is when you see actions. If you are drinking water, you think, I am drinking water. If you open a door, you think, I am opening the door. This helps your brain connect actions with English automatically.
And the important thing is, don't worry about grammar perfection. At this stage, you are not writing an exam. You are building a habit in your brain. Even small mistakes are completely fine.
Yes, because your goal is not perfection. Your goal is speed and familiarity. You want your brain to stop translating and start recognizing English as something normal and natural.
And over time, something amazing happens. You will notice that these simple thoughts start coming automatically, without even forcing yourself. That is the first sign that your brain is starting to think in English.
So remember, everyone, start small, stay consistent, and use everything around you as practice. Your room, your food, your daily life, everything becomes your English classroom.
All right, Julia. Now we are moving to the second step, and this one is very powerful. If learners practice this correctly, it can completely change the way they think in English.
Yes, Jason. This step is called creating an English voice inside your mind. It means you start talking to yourself in English silently throughout the day, like you have an English-speaking narrator inside your brain.
Exactly. Instead of thinking in your native language and translating later, you begin to describe your life in English in real time. For example, when you wake up, you might think, I am feeling sleepy, or I need to get ready.
And the interesting part is, you don't need to make it perfect. You don't need long sentences. Even short thoughts are enough, like, I am hungry, I am going to study, or I feel tired today.
Yes, and you can practice this everywhere. When you are walking on the street, you can think, I am walking. There are many people. The weather feels nice today. It's like giving English a permanent place in your mind.
Another great method is to imagine a conversation with yourself. For example, you can ask in your mind, what should I do now? And answer in English, I should study or I should rest for a few minutes.
That's a very powerful point, Julia, because it trains your brain to respond in English automatically, without hesitation. You are basically building an inner English-speaking habit.
And over time, this inner voice becomes stronger and more natural. At first, it may feel slow and difficult, but if you continue every day, your brain starts using English without forcing it.
Yes, and this is where real progress happens. Because when your mind starts thinking in English naturally, speaking becomes much easier, faster, and more confident.
So everyone listening, try to build this habit step by step. Don't rush it. Just slowly turn your daily thoughts into simple English sentences and let that English voice grow inside your mind.
All right, Julia. Now we come to the most important step of all. If learners can understand and apply this step, their English speaking ability can improve very fast. This is about something very simple but very powerful. Stop translating and start thinking directly in English.
Yes, Jason, and this is actually the biggest problem for most learners. Even when they know a lot of vocabulary, they still build sentences in their native language first and then try to convert them into English. That slow process is what blocks fluency.
Exactly. And what we want to do here is break that habit. Instead of thinking, how do I say this in my language first? You should directly connect the idea to English. No middle step, no translation process.
For example, if you feel thirsty, don't think the sentence in your native language first. Just directly think, I am thirsty, or even simply water. Your brain should learn to go straight to English meaning.
Yes, and at the beginning it might feel uncomfortable. You may feel slow or confused, but that is completely normal. Because you are literally training your brain to build a new thinking system.
And another important point is consistency. You cannot change this habit in one day. You need to practice every single day, even for small moments. The more you use English directly, the faster your brain adapts.
Right. And let's talk about a very common mistake here. Many learners try to translate everything in their mind, even very simple words. That creates pressure and slows them down even more.
Yes, Jason. Instead of that, learners should trust simple English patterns. You already know basic sentences like I am happy, I am going home, it is raining. Use them directly without thinking too much.
Another powerful technique is to react immediately in English. For example, if something happens, don't pause and translate. Just respond in simple English thoughts like, oh no, that's good, or I don't like this.
And over time, something very amazing happens. Your brain starts recognizing situations and instantly connecting them to English words without any effort. That's when you know you are breaking the translation habit.
Yes, and that moment is very important in your learning journey. Because once you stop translating, your speaking speed increases naturally, and you start feeling more confident in real conversations.
But learners should also remember one thing. Don't try to be perfect. Thinking in English is not about perfect grammar in your mind. It is about speed, comfort, and natural response.
Exactly. Mistakes are part of the process. Even if your sentences are simple or not perfect, you are still training your brain correctly. The goal is communication, not perfection.
So if we summarize this step, it is very simple. Trust English, use English directly, and stop depending on translation. This is how real fluency begins.
And if you combine this step with the first two steps we discussed earlier, thinking in simple words and building an inner English voice, you will start to see a big improvement in your thinking speed and speaking ability.
So keep practicing, stay patient, and remember that fluency is not built in a day. It is built in your mind first, and then it comes out in your speech naturally.
And that's exactly what we want for all our listeners. Natural, confident, and direct English thinking. All right, Julia, before we move to the final motivation, Let's quickly talk about some common mistakes learners make when they try to think in English.
Yes, Jason. The first mistake is trying to think in perfect English from day one. Many learners put too much pressure on themselves, and they stop practicing because they feel their thoughts are not correct.
Exactly. Another mistake is using very difficult vocabulary too early. Instead of building simple thinking habits, they try to create complex sentences in their mind, and that slows everything down.
And one more big mistake is overthinking every sentence. They pause too much, correct themselves again and again, and this breaks the natural flow of thinking in English.
Yes, and we should also mention fear of mistakes. Many learners are afraid that even their thoughts must be perfect. But in reality, thinking in English is a practice, not a test.
So the key message is simple. Keep it easy, keep it natural, and don't try to be perfect while training your brain.
All right, everyone, let's quickly summarize what we learned today. First, start with simple words and objects. Then, build an English voice in your mind. And finally, stop translating and start thinking directly in English.
Yes, Jason. And the most important thing to remember is this. Thinking in English is not a talent. It is a habit. And habits are built with daily practice, not with pressure or stress.
Exactly. If you practice just a few minutes every day, slowly your brain will start recognizing English naturally, and you will notice that speaking becomes easier and faster without forcing it.
So don't rush the process. Be patient with yourself. Even small progress is still progress, and every simple thought in English is a step toward fluency.
And always remember, fluency starts in your mind first, not in your mouth. If your thinking becomes English, your speaking will automatically follow.
So keep going, stay consistent, and believe in your journey. You are closer to fluency than you think.
Thank you so much for listening to the English Learning Podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe, share, and keep practicing every day.
We'll see you in the next episode. Take care and keep thinking in English.